Welcome back. Legit Peach here with you again. First off, I want to say a little bit of a disclaimer. Last week, October 11th, was week 8. My sources were confusing me and they said different things. This week, October 18th, is week 8. Jumping right in, I want to talk about 5 games, alright? And all of these 5 games I want to point out to you are ranked. Now, when I say ranked, those are the top 25 teams in the nation. And the powers that may be in college football decide those rankings based on record and a bunch of different other things. That's a conversation for a different day. But jumping right in to these 5 games. I have my cheat sheet here of the names that I'm going to tell you for each game because I don't want to lead you astray. First off, we have Kansas State versus Oklahoma State. This is a Big 12 matchup. Once again, I want to tell you the green is the teams they're playing. Black is their ranking underneath, and over here in red, those are the conferences. Now, not every conference is listed here. Actually, Big 10 is the only one that's left out. Back into it. Kansas State and Oklahoma. Tyler Lockett is the name you need to know for Kansas State. Tyler Lockett, he's a wide receiver. He has 14 yards per reception, so each time he receives the ball, he goes an average of 14 yards, and he has 3 touchdowns on the year. For Oklahoma, their quarterback, Trevor Knight. Obviously, he's essential to their success. And I could say that about every player here that I mention. If I'm mentioning their name, they're obviously key to the team's success. But he has a 6-to-5 ratio, meaning he has 6 touchdowns on the year and 5 interceptions. So he's going to be looking to improve that ratio because obviously you want more touchdowns than you do interceptions. Game number 2, SEC matchup. Texas A&M versus Alabama, 21 versus 7. For Texas A&M, they're led by quarterback Kenny Hill, and if you watch my Heisman video, you should remember that name. And for Alabama, their wide receiver and Amari Cooper. So Texas A&M, quarterback Kenny Hill, Alabama, wide receiver Amari Cooper. Game number 3, Oklahoma State and TCU. This is, once again, a Big 12 matchup. And for Oklahoma State, I want to point out Desmond Rowland. He's a running back, which means, once again, he carries the ball and runs with it. He has 7 touchdowns on the year and averages 4.1 yards per carry. Carry means when he's holding the ball and running. So each time he gets the ball, he averages 4 yards when he's holding it and running with it. For TCU, we have Trayvon Boykin, their quarterback. Obviously, quarterbacks are very essential, key, and he leads the team as the quarterback. Game number 4, Stanford and Arizona State. This is your Pac-12 matchup. And for Stanford, I want to point out their quarterback, Kevin Hogan. Now, he has an 11-to-4 ratio, 11 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. And he has a 65% completion percentage. Now, when I say that, that is the number of times he's completed his passes to the number of times he's attempted to complete his passes. So 65% completion percentage for Kevin Hogan, the quarterback of Stanford. Arizona State, I want to point out Jalen Strong. He's their wide receiver, and he has 5 touchdowns on the year, and he averages 15 yards per each time he receives it. So he has a 15-yard average per reception. Certainly, last but not least, and this is the biggest game of the weekend for sure. These are 2 top 10 teams going against each other. You have Notre Dame. Oh, this is ACC. You have Notre Dame being led by Heisman runner, who's going to be in the running for the Heisman, Everett Golson. He's their quarterback. And Florida State led by quarterback Jameis Winston, who you should remember that name as well. Jameis Winston leads me into kind of the headline for this week. Jameis Winston and Todd Gurley once again is the running back for Georgia, are both being investigated by the NCAA concerning signing autographs for money. Now this week, Todd Gurley, University of Georgia is playing Arkansas this week. Todd Gurley did not make the trip to play against Arkansas, so he will not play. Jameis Winston, however, will play against Florida State. Jameis Winston plays for Florida State. He will play against Notre Dame. Now, with that side information, side tidbit, if they're found out that Todd Gurley and Jameis Winston are guilty and the NCAA finds they're guilty, then every game that they play in will kind of be zeroed out. They won't count for them. So Todd Gurley, Mark Richt, the head coach for Georgia, is kind of being conservative with Todd Gurley, and Jimbo Fisher's being the head coach for Florida State, Jimbo Fisher. He's being a little bit more aggressive with Jameis Winston, saying, yeah, I'm confident that he's clear. I'm going to go ahead and play him. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this page, and we're going to talk about some other things. Here we go. All right, week 8. Woo. Week 8. it's halfway through. So I'm going to give you the top 10 teams of the country right now. And key to point out, 5 of the top 10 teams are SEC teams. So if you're in the SEC, you're happy about that. First off, Mississippi State. Number 2, Florida State. Number 3, Ole Miss. Number 4, Baylor. Number 5, Notre Dame. Number 6, Auburn. Number 7, Alabama. Number 8, Michigan State. Number 9, Oregon. And 10, Georgia, or UGA as I have written here. Okay, conference rankings. I said in one of my earlier videos, 5 conferences you need to know. Well, these are how they're ranked. SEC is number 1, which makes sense because they have 5 teams in the top 10. SEC, Big 12, Pac-12, Big 10, and ACC. Heisman Watch. I did my Heisman video, kind of described to you guys what that was, and I told you that players and the names of players will be changing as the season progresses. Well, I've got 5 names you need to know at this point halfway through. Dak Prescott is leading the way. He's the quarterback for Mississippi State. Number 2 right now is Marcus Mariota. He's the quarterback for Oregon. Number 3, Melvin Gordon. He's a running back from Wisconsin. 4, Everett Golson, and I just said his name a minute ago. He's the quarterback for Notre Dame. And number 5, Todd Gurley of UGA. Alright, that's the summary for Week 8. Enjoy some college football, and be sure to find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching, you guys.